get you arrested for going against our prenup.
You're going to what?
I wonder what it would take for the police to arrest such a horrible husband like you.
Why do I have to be arrested? What's with you?
People get arrested all the time for not following the laws of the road, right? I wish they would do the same for people who don't follow their contractual obligations. Especially things like a prenup.
Oh, I forgot that we actually ended up signing a prenup.
You forgot? How could you forget? There were 80 different articles that you were supposed to read over.
80? There were that many? How in the world am I supposed to remember that?
Whatever. As stipulated in the 26th clause of said contract, I am going to be taking your car and your cat as penalty.
26th clause? I seriously have no idea what you're talking about, Michelle. You're just talking nonsense at this point. Why would I have to give you my car?
It's all punishment for breaking the contract that you signed. In place of the money that you would need to pay me, I am taking your Audi. Also, your cat is now my property. Those are the penalties.
The money that I would need to pay you? What are you talking about?
The money for the divorce.
Are you really saying this? Divorce? Just 6 months ago, we were saying our marriage vows.
6 months is a long time, apparently.
What's with you? You were crying with joy saying how happy you were. What's with the drastic change in character?
You're the one who broke the rules of the prenup.
Michelle, can you give me more information? Like, specifically, what did I do wrong?
What are you talking about? The first clause of the prenup was plain and clear. Clause 1. In the case of infidelity, immediate divorce.
Infidelity? You're saying that I cheated? I did no such thing.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I saw you. I know you were cheating.
What did you see?
You were walking around with a woman. You were most definitely cheating.
When was this? I didn't do any such thing.
Last Saturday, around 9 at night.
Oh, wow, you scared me for a minute. That was just my mom, not some strange woman.
You're lying.
I mean, I remember telling you, right? I said that my mom was in town and that me and her would go out and have some dinner while she was here.
I know she looked a little like your mom, but that definitely wasn't her, right?
If you thought something like that, then why didn't you just come up and say something?
I tailed you, Adam. You even brought her to a hotel. Stop lying to me. I've been in shock ever since I saw you.
Michelle, you're the one that said that we don't have any room for guests at our place, right? That hotel was for my mom to stay in. Shoot, you're the one who even booked it for me.
I just can't believe it. You went and cheated on me with some older woman. Not only that, but you went and did it at some luxury hotel.
Michelle, give me a break. If you're going to doubt me that much, then call my mom and ask her about it. You're really getting all worked up for nothing.
I'm not going to talk to your mother. We're getting divorced. Therefore, she is no longer my family. She's not my family anymore, so I don't care what she has to say.
So you're planning on getting divorced without me agreeing?
I don't need you to agree to anything. As stated in the 22nd clause of the prenup, I can get divorced whether I have your agreement or not.
You really need to show me this prenup that you're talking about. Everything that you're talking about, I've never heard before. Come on, Michelle, let's just talk about this, face to face.
No, I don't want to hear it. I can't even stand to look at your face. How do you expect me to talk to someone when I can't even stand seeing them?
Come on, I'll wear sunglasses and a mask if it makes you feel better. Just talk to me.
That won't do anything. I'll know it's you by the hair.
You're really going that far? Seriously, Michelle, I can't understand you. Why would you be going this far? At least tell me the reason that you won't even talk to me.
Well, I figured it out.
You figured it out? What did you figure out?
I figured out that I am a 1 in a million woman going out with a man who is barely average.
What?
Think about it. You know that this whole situation is completely strange.
I mean, I never really thought of myself as barely average, and I never really thought of you as someone who was so obsessed with beauty.
How you look, how much you make. Out of 100, you barely scraped 30. You even tricked me. You said that you were the CEO of a company, but not of a company that barely makes a profit. You're just a small business owner.
I'm sorry for my company being small.
Seriously, I was completely fooled by you. You kept saying all these great things about your company, but it was all just your delusions.
So you're saying that you think it was a mistake that we got married?
I'm saying that you tricked me. You made it seem like you were some rich CEO, but you're basically the same as a manager at McDonald's.
It's not like I was trying to trick you or anything.
Whatever. Hurry up and find someone new and get married again. On a more serious note, I truly am rooting for you to be happy.
Are you being serious? You really want to break up and get divorced?
Yes.
And you're not going to regret it if you do?
I won't regret it, no.
What are you going to do then? Where are you going to go?
I already packed my things and left the house.
Wait, then when you were talking about the car and the cat…
Of course I didn't forget them. I have the car and the cat with me.
You seriously took them with you?
Hey, if you saw a purebred cat like the one you used to have, walking out on the street, what would you do if you saw it?
What are you talking about?
Just answer the question. What would you do?
I would say it's a cute cat, then let it go on its way.
That's exactly why you're such a failure.
Are you saying there was a correct answer for such a strange question?
If you were a guy that was actually financially and successfully bound, you would try and take the cat home with you.
You're saying to just take any cat that you see on the street home. What if it's someone's cat that got out of the house?
We're not really talking about a cat here. We're talking about your lack of initiative, as well as your lack of financially forward thinking. Why don't you try and start acting like a real man? Eat some steak or something.
Now I'm really not following you.
Ugh, whatever. Goodbye.
Wait, Michelle! Don't just stop the conversation like that. Are you serious? Are you really going to end everything like this? Why are you using so much money? There was a bill for over $30,000 on the card statement.
Go ahead and pay that, please.
I looked at the statement, Michelle. Did you really just go to the mall and start buying everything? You spent all that money in one day.
I mean, yeah. The whole stress of getting a divorce, I just wanted to get a few things that I've been wanting for a long time. You know, little things like some clothes, a bag, and a watch. Are you really going to do all this for something as little as that?
Michelle, pay for it yourself. Those are things that you bought on your own whim.
No, you have to pay. The divorce still isn't finalized, so you still have an obligation to pay for those purchases.
What kind of reasoning is that? You're the one who wanted a divorce. Why should I have to pay for something that you bought for yourself?
You're the one who broke the prenup and violated the agreements of the contract. Just think of that money as part of the money that you owe me.
All right, you have to be much more clear here. What did I do specifically that was against the contract?
Clause 2. You didn't properly love me. Clause 19. You failed in cleaning the dishes. Clause 67. You left your hair in the shower.
Clause 67? That's the first time I'm hearing of anything like that.
Also, Clause 38. Leaving hair on or around the toilet. And of course, Clause 39. Leaving hair around the living room.
How many clauses do you have for hair?
Whatever. The fact is, you have broken the rules of the contract and therefore have to face the consequences.
It's not like I was going to just leave the dishes forever. I only didn't do them when I worked late. But even then, I did the dishes when I woke up.
No matter what excuse you have for breaking the rules of the contract, you still broke the rules.
You're going to be that nitpicky about all those rules? No one can follow and abide by all of that.
Don't forget the first clause. Cheating.
Like I've been telling you, that was just my mom.
If I feel like you are cheating, that's just as bad as cheating. Whether or not it was your mom, as you claim, it doesn't matter. The point is that due to me feeling like you had been cheating on me, I am given the full right to end the relationship in divorce. Also, as demanded by the rules of breaking the contract, our shared account will be forfeited to me.
All this stuff about a prenup and contract. All of it is just something that you made off on your own, right? I don't remember agreeing to anything like this.
Well, I have your signature.
That signature. You just signed on your own, didn't you? I would have remembered signing something like that.
Doesn't matter how I got your signature. The point is that this contract is legally binding.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. This is a contract that you can't get yourself out of.
Seriously, what is with all of this? According to the contract, are you just going to leave me with nothing? Is that it?
Well, not leaving you with anything does sound pretty cruel. How about I get you a large pack of those tender sticks that your cat loves so much?
Tender sticks? No, I don't need anything like that.
You don't want them? They're delicious.
You tasted them?
Of course not. The cat is always so happy when I give him one, so they're definitely delicious.
I mean, it's hard enough doing this alone, but when suddenly I don't even have my cat anymore, it's hard to really take. You never even really liked him that much. Just please return my cat.
No.
Wait, you're not just feeding him those meat sticks as dinner, right?
Yeah, I am. What's the problem?
Those are a snack for the cat, not an actual dinner. You have to give him proper food.
Oh, come on. As long as he's getting something in his stomach, does it really matter what it is? He's doing fine.
Please return my cat. If he stays with you, he's going to get sick.
I don't want to.
Where are you?
I'm at my new house, duh. A luxury apartment in the city.
A luxury apartment? Already? So you're with a guy, right?
Well, if you want to be all forward with it, yeah. I'm with a guy.
Whoa, really? So that's how it was. You knew that I wasn't cheating. You just wanted to cover up for yourself.
Oh, don't be such a stickler for the details. I really don't want to hate you more than I already do. I know we've been together for a long time, so I want to remember those 3 times that we were happy together fondly.
3 times? Are you serious? That's almost nothing.
How about we go have some dinner or something together sometime? It would probably be good for us to get everything out in the air.
No, I'm not going to have dinner with you. I just want you to return my cat and my car.
No. Those things are mine now, and I'm not going to return them.
You don't even drive. What are you going to do with an Audi?
I'm going to take the cat on a drive to the ocean.
He hates moving around, be it in cars or whatever. You'll just make him stressed out.
Whatever. It's time to feed the cat, so I'm going to go. Later.
Give me back my stuff.
Hey, so I was thinking it's about time to just sell the car. However, it seems that if I'm not the person whose name is on the title, they won't buy it from me.
Yeah, that's obvious. Why would someone buy a car when they can't even get the title? But why do you think that you can just sell it on your own? It's not yours.
Well, I got bored with it.
Then give it back.
No, absolutely not. If I sell it, then I can buy more things that I actually like. I mean, I was in the car the other day and I saw your hair all over the back seat. Seeing it made me feel sick, so I just want to hurry up and get rid of it.
You're going to sell a car because you found some hair in the back seat?
How do you not understand how I feel? Whatever. I'll just get my boyfriend to buy it from me.
You're going to get him to just buy a car from you. He must be loaded, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. He makes at least 10 times more than you do.
So that was your main goal all along, huh? You just wanted to get with a guy that had more money.
Oh, you going to get a little mad, are you? You going to try and sue me for something then?
I should really consider doing that with all the things that you're stealing from me.
Do whatever you want. Losing any money to you would be nothing to the money that I'm going to be swimming in from now on.
Then I'll try and sue you for everything that I can.
Go ahead. But know that I'll just be taking back as much as you try to take away.
What are you talking about?
How many times do I have to tell you? You broke the agreement of the prenup and the contract. I'll just have you pay twice the amount that you try to take.
Yeah, I'm not going to be paying that.
So you're not going to be abiding by the contract that you signed? Going against contracts would look really bad for a CEO, don't you think? Especially because you're such a small-time CEO.
How many times are you going to try and bring up my company's size?
Also, I'll be contacting my lawyer. You'll hear from him soon.
The contract that you have hasn't actually been notarized, huh?
What do you mean notarized?
The contract that you have is just something that you wrote all on your own and then forged my signature on, right?
What are you trying to get at? This contract is legally binding.
I'm so glad that you're not smart enough to know what you're doing.
What?
No matter how much you try and wave it in front of me, that contract that you have doesn't have any legal power. Though I guess if you did actually get it notarized in the first place, then it would.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
If you still don't know, notarizing a document is what gives it legal standing.
But I have your signature? What else would I need?
Just having a forced signature on a random piece of paper doesn't make it legally binding. Even if you did have a notarized document, forging someone's signature already makes the contract void.
Wait, so you're saying that you're not going to be paying anything?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm glad that you got the point. But I will be able to sue you for the damages that you've been causing.
What? Why?
You've been taking my money and things without permission. That's equivalent to thievery.
This isn't some joke. Stop trying to act like you know what you're talking about.
Oh, and that luxury apartment that you were talking about? You'll probably be having to vacate the premises soon.
Why would I have to do that? What does this apartment have to do with you?
Well, I guess you could say that I do have quite a bit to do with your living conditions.
You're not making any sense. You're just all airs. You're trying to threaten me? What has gotten into you? Has losing your beautiful wife gotten you to go a little crazy?
My company recently acquired a failing business.
Why are you suddenly talking about something like that? What do I care if you bought some company?
Are you saying that you didn't hear about it from your boyfriend?
Hear about what?
That your new boyfriend's company is about to go bankrupt.
What are you talking about? His company isn't going bankrupt.
I heard it was because, though the main company itself is good, the company leaders have no idea what they are doing. So they ended up doing too many risky moves, causing a chain reaction that ruined the company's finances.
I haven't heard anything about that. He would have told me if something like that happened. Also, his company is like 10 times bigger than yours. Why would his company fail before yours?
Well, that's what is happening. I'm buying your boyfriend's failing business.
Stop joking around. You couldn't have possibly done that.
Well, just before going bankrupt, the company's stocks plummeted so much that I was able to buy the company for pennies on the dollar.
Seriously, you're just messing around, aren't you? You're not making any sense at all.
It's a pretty amazing coincidence, huh? I never really thought something like this would happen. It was quite the experience, really. When he came in for the whole process of selling the company, he mentioned that he was about to get married. I asked if I could see a picture, and was completely surprised to see your photo.
You're kidding.
Not every day that a coincidence like that happens. The best part, he seems to know that you have a husband. When I asked him about why he would be having an affair with a married woman, his only response was that he was stealing her away from a horrible husband. He seemed to be really into the whole idea of selling the company to me, though I doubt he knows what's going to happen next.
You're lying. But what are you talking about? What is going to happen next?
Well, for your new boyfriend's company, I'm only going to be employing the main workers of the company. I won't be taking any of the upper staff.
So you're saying that you're not going to be hiring them? Why? Why wouldn't you let him in your company?
Well, if you go that far, I guess I can hire him as a worker. Have him work stocking shelves in a warehouse somewhere.
Why would you do something as cruel as that? Did you trick him or something?
I didn't trick anyone. I properly explained to him the situation throughout the contracting process.
But he's selling the company, right? Which means that he's going to be getting money.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. But he's not first in line to the money. That would be the bondholders.
The what?
The people that lent him money to build and maintain the company.
Why? What? Just hire him into your company.
$2,000 a month sound good?
This isn't some joke. He's not some part-time worker.
Michelle, please. I wouldn't dare pay my part-time workers $2,000 a month. They couldn't survive off of that amount.
Stop messing around. Properly hire him as a director.
Who are you to tell me what I do with my company?
I can't believe he would be something like a regular worker. By the way, you still haven't submitted the divorce papers, have you?
Well, not yet, no. Though I do have the papers that you signed and left for me to turn in.
Put those on hold for now.
No.
But there's a chance that we could put this all behind us and get back together, right?
Not a chance.
More than that. How is it that your company, which barely makes 1/10 of the profits that my boyfriend's company did, is able to buy it?
I've been wondering for a while, but how much do you think my company actually makes?
What are you talking about? You said that your company only makes like $100,000 a year.
I have no idea where you got that number, but my company is currently making about $2 million a year.
Why didn't you tell me something like that sooner?
When we first started dating, you were the one that always said that you didn't care about the money, that you were just happy to be with me. But since you didn't want to hear about the money, I decided not to let you know unless you asked. But I guess you not caring about the money was all one big act, huh?
Clause 11 of the contract states that you cannot hide things from me.
I already told you that contract that you have is meaningless.
You're lying. So you're saying that if I just stayed with you, I could have lived the high life?
Honestly, I'm really glad that you made me aware what type of horrible woman you were. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You have me completely fooled. But who would have guessed that you'd shed your sheep's clothing after only 6 months of marriage?
I'll make sure you can't submit those divorce papers. I'll go to the court and say that the papers were forged, that it was all signed without my permission.
Whoa, don't be doing that now. If you do, then things will just get messier. You'd have to deal with police for fraud and everything.
Don't underestimate me. I'm going to make sure that you can't easily get out of this.
Speaking of divorce proceedings, I just turned in the paperwork. It was a long 6 months, but I'm glad that we were able to get through this.
You did what?
Yeah, you started messaging me when I was at the court. I was waiting a bit in line, but I was finally able to get them submitted.
How dare you do something like that without telling me first?
Without telling you first? What are you talking about? You're the one who signed the papers and then left them on the table. This is exactly what you wanted.
If you have that much money, then I hope you're prepared for all the money that you're going to have to hand over to me.
I really am happy with how little you actually know. It's honestly a lifesaver. I have no obligation to give you any of the company's profits, as it's not part of my bank account. Also, the car is a company car, not technically mine. So you can't have that either.
What are you talking about?
It is a car that is used for the company. Company car is pretty self-explanatory.
Wait, so what about the money I get from the divorce?
Well, our place is a rental, so you don't get that. Pretty much all of my income and savings have been spent by you, so there isn't anything there either. So I guess that only leaves you with the random appliances we have throughout the place.
Stop with the jokes.
Pretty sure you don't have space for another washer and dryer, but if you really want them, you can take them. While you're picking up the appliances, can you return my cat?
I don't need some cat. It's just a waste of money. All those cat sticks are expensive.
I really need to get him to the vet as soon as I can, huh? Honestly, it's only been a few weeks, but I feel really bad for what he's been through.
More than the cat? Can't you be a little more worried about me? Why won't you help me out? You know, as your wife?
I really have no idea what you mean by helping you out.
We are married.
We were married. Past tense. You're the one who made it that way.
What about my boyfriend's job? What about his company?
Well, he made that company, right? It's not like it was completely horrible. It just hit a wall. He'll bounce back on his feet in no time. Whether you'll try and stay by his side and stick it out or try and move on to the next guy you can get your hands on, well, that's up to you.
Of course I'm going to try and get a different guy. Why would I try and stick through something like this?
Yeah, I kind of thought you'd try and do something like that. You really are someone who just does whatever they can to get themselves ahead, huh? Though I doubt you'll be able to keep doing that for long.
Just you watch. I'll find a great guy and start living the high life.
You really should try and hide that gold digger personality of yours better. If you don't, you'll never get what you want.
Shut up! If you want your cat back, pay me $10,000.
You're holding a cat for ransom? Seriously?
I didn't choose this. You did. If you want the cat back, pay me $10,000.
Fine. Make sure to give all the snacks and food that you have as well.
Why would I want any cat food with me? It's yours. You're really going to pay me $10,000?
Yeah, whatever. Just hurry up and give me my cat back.
Thanks a bunch. You really are a good guy sometimes.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really glad that she wasn't the brightest bulb in the bunch. Though honestly, I really have no idea what she's thinking sometimes. Thinking about the $10,000 that I was going to give her for the cat, she completely forgot about how I was going to sue her for all the money she stole. So before I went to exchange the money for the cat, I went to my lawyer to get a settlement drawn up. When I went to exchange the money for the cat, I stuck the settlement into the envelope filled with money and handed it over. The settlement was for $5,000. I couldn't stop laughing at her reaction when she found out. The buyout of the company was successful. But more importantly, my personal life is already getting back to normal. I'm hanging out with friends and even have a prospective date closing in around the corner.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Anna, it's me. Are you busy right now? Are you on your way home?
Oh, Sarah, not at all. Thank you so much for today. You worked hard preparing a delicious meal for my family. It really means a lot to me. I really wanted to help you, but Jason and your husband insisted that I should relax. There wasn't really much I could do.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
The food was much better than the average Michelin restaurant. I really mean it. It was unbelievably good. Especially the meat was really tender and delicious. Sarah, how did you do that? I want to learn your cooking a lot more once I get married. Is that okay with you?
You'll have to find a different mother-in-law to help you with that.
What? What do you mean different mother-in-law?
I'm sorry to say this, but you won't become my daughter-in-law. I'm not going to let it happen.
What are you talking about? You can't be serious. Don't you remember what you told us? You congratulated us on our engagement earlier, didn't you? You said we were a match made in heaven. You even wished us luck and said you'll be more than happy to look after our future children. I mean, you blessed us with all those words. And you're telling me that I can't be a part of the family all of a sudden?
Yeah, well, things happen. In fact, I didn't really like all this in the first place. I was too nice to say no, but I thought I really had to step up.
What did I do? Did I do something? Did I make a mistake? Please just tell me.
Do I really need to give you a reason? There's no reason for me to dislike you. I just don't like you and I don't feel like accepting you as my family.
Can I ask you what it is about me that you don't like, Sarah? I'll try to fix any mistakes and make myself likable to you. I can't think of anything that I've done wrong. Please tell me, what did I do?
Expecting people to change is foolish. It's better to find someone new than to hope for someone to change. I don't want you to change. I simply dislike you as a person. Your appearance, atmosphere, voice, and even the way you walk or use the cutlery all bother me. It's difficult for me to even accept you on any level.
This can't be true. You can just tell me what I did wrong, Sarah. You don't have to be this harsh. I'll fix myself.
There's nothing to fix, and the only thing that you can do at this point is just walk out of this marriage right now with no commotion. That is the only way that could solve this problem. Leave my son. You are not right to be his wife.
You're really cruel. How could you say something like that to me? Is your son the only person that's precious to you? How can you be so insensitive and say something like that to me? You're lucky that my parents are not here to see this.
Oh, I would have said things even worse if they were with you right now. So lucky them.
Is that what it's like to be married? I'm not even married yet, but it's already this harsh and makes me want to cry like this?
If you think this is a difficult married life, let me tell you, this is nothing but the tip of the iceberg. You have no idea what real married life is like. Besides, I didn't know your mind was so brittle. With such a mentality, it seems like you shouldn't be getting married at all. No mother-in-law wants to torment her daughter-in-law just for the sake of it. I've lived through it myself, and so has everyone else. So naturally, I inherited the married life that I saw and learned from others. If a woman like you, who I don't like, acts all high and mighty in front of me as my daughter-in-law, I can't stand it because I feel suffocated. So, I have no choice but to torment you.
This is bizarre. You can't just act like this. It's almost like something in you has changed.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Or is your mental strength so weak that you can't understand anything of what I just said?
Sarah, no matter how you behave, I will marry your son. I can't just break up with him because of you. And my marriage is my decision. Besides, you're suddenly doing all this to me right after we all met each other. If you really didn't like me, you should have not agreed to meet up with my family. That's really terrible of you. You're not just wasting your time, but ours too.
I held on as long as I could, but I can't stand it anymore. I don't want to spend a dime on this wedding. I agreed to meet you just to see your parents. The cause of all the trouble. I told you clearly I cannot stand you marrying my son. If you two want to get married, you will have to do it over my dead body.
Really? You just don't have to come to our wedding.
What did you just say to me? You're trying to leave me out of this. You have no right to do that.
Look, Sarah, I understand everything you said, and I've clearly conveyed my decision to you. I will excuse myself now.
Did your family teach you to behave like that towards adults? Seeing you like this, I can surely tell that my son should not marry you.
I don't know what has gotten into you, Sarah. I really can't tell. I thought you were sincere when you blessed us. I don't understand what's going on, but I can tell you this. I will never give up marrying Jason, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. I am a 30-year-old woman. I met Jason, who's the same age as me, at a cycling club a year ago. We quickly became close friends because we shared the same hobby. Whenever I had a hard time, Jason came to help me. In fact, Jason was not the only man who showed an interest in me. There were quite a few interesting people, from CEOs, running businesses, to hospital owners, and even a lawyer. But to be honest, they were all too old. They were mostly in their mid-40s or older, and some of them were already married. Besides, it's not like I needed anyone wealthy. I already run my own company. I just needed someone who can support me mentally. That's when I met Jason. He almost literally came out of nowhere. Jason and I were the same age, which made it easier for us to get closer. Not only that, while riding our bikes, Jason always helped me when I was struggling, which brought us even closer. We've been together for a year like any other couple, and recently we talked about getting married, so we decided to meet each other's parents. It was the day when the two families met. Sarah kept a gentle smile on her face throughout the dinner. But as soon as we parted ways after dinner, she sent me a text message from above. I have never met anyone who hates me so openly in my life. Sarah's direct criticism was quite shocking to me. It made me think that this is what married life, which I'd only heard about, is like. However, I didn't want to miss out on the person I love because of the woman who'll become my mother-in-law. So, I decided to ignore Sarah's words and prepare for the wedding. After all, it's my life and I make my own decisions. I never imagined that a huge twist was waiting for me afterward.
So, you're getting married despite me being so against it. You really had to do it, huh? You had a month to give all this up. You're really stubborn, and you're doing it secretly without me knowing. Why are you insisting on this so much? Do you really want to marry Jason that badly? Why? Tell me the reason.
You're reaching out to me on my wedding day? Did you really have to do this? I'm blocking you now.
You have to stop this, Anna. I've told you once and I'm telling you again, you have to stop this.
I already told you clearly that I am going to get married, no matter how much you oppose it. It's Jason who decided not to invite you, not me. I honestly wanted you to come to the wedding. When we met last time, even after all the things you said to me, you're the one who will be my mother-in-law. He planned a secret wedding because you oppose it. And why do I want to get married? Because I love Jason, obviously. Can't you just support me because of that?
Jason is a complete dunce. That's why I'm doing this. I'm telling you, my son Jason is a complete idiot. He's not the kind of person who can take responsibility for a woman and make her happy. That's why I'm trying to prevent this marriage. But why are you insisting on getting married to him?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? You said Jason is like a scoundrel. What does that mean? Please explain it more specifically. I don't understand at all.
30 years ago, I made the same mistake with the same thought process as you, Anna. I insisted on a marriage that my parents strongly opposed and made them unhappy. At the time, I didn't know why they were opposing so hard. I was young and I just thought that my parents never wanted me to be happy. But I was stubborn like you. I thought I'd be happy as long as I was with a kind person. But it was the beginning of hell. It went downhill straight to the deepest pit of hell. I was tormented by a harsh mother-in-law and sister-in-law right after the marriage. My husband did nothing but engage in delinquent behavior such as cheating, violence, and gambling. It's not an exaggeration when I say my married life was filled with tears and pain. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. For a long time, I thought, what if I listened to my parents at the time? Even though I wanted to escape from that hellish place, I couldn't because of my young child. I endured and suffered for 30 years, even though my heart was broken. What do you think those years were like? It was all because of a momentary decision I made when I was young. I lived in agony for 30 years because of that decision, and I don't want you to make the same mistake.
Sarah, is all of that true? But Jason has never mentioned anything like that. That must have been terrible. But why did Jason ever tell me about this?
Anna, just think for a little bit. If Jason were to blabber it all out himself, he wouldn't be able to marry a sincere woman like you. What kind of woman would want to marry into a family with this much problems?
But it's not Jason's fault that he was born into an unfortunate family, is it? And that's not a reason for me not to marry Jason. Growing up in such a household, Jason must have suffered deep wounds too. I don't think it's right to just abandon someone for having a rough background. I mean, he was always so nice to me. If Jason had a tough childhood, I can help him. It's not a problem. I can take him to therapy if he needs to go. I should now comfort and care for Jason's wounds. That's what I should do, right? I can help Jason. Jason has helped me a lot too.
Oh, give me a break. He doesn't deserve any of it. Or maybe he does need therapy. Besides, what has he really helped you with, Anna? Tell me, is it all about that cycling club? How did he help you when it really mattered? What kind of commitment did he make to you?
What? I mean, I guess. He was always so nice to me. Isn't that enough?
Anna, looking at you reminds me of my youth. I was too naive and foolish. Don't you understand why I'm doing this to you? Don't you see? I don't want you to live in hell like I did. I don't want to leave you be and have you on my conscience for the rest of my life. It's so much easier for me to stop all this than to ignore you and let you live in hell. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jason completely deceived you. Everything you saw was a lie.
What? I can't wrap my head around this. This is too much.
He's my son, but he's just like his father. A human who can't resist drinking, gambling, and women. When Jason was in school, he stole from others and bullied weak peers. It was second nature to him. It may be easier to count students unaffected by him. I've lost count of how many times I had to apologize and bow my head down to other parents for raising a bad son. And that's not all. In high school, that jerk got another female student pregnant, and they had a child together. Did you know about that? I bet you've never even heard about this. The child is now 12 years old, and the child's mother is raising him. I've been paying for the child's upbringing by working as a cleaner. But now the child's mother can't raise him anymore, and she's telling Jason to take responsibility and raise the child. Do you now see what you're getting? Do you still think he's the person who needs understanding and caring? Do you think you can marry this person and have a good rest of your life?
Sarah, is all of that true? I can't believe it. Is Jason really such a terrible person? How can a person be like that? I'm surprised he's not in jail, no offense. He deceived me and had thoughts of marrying me despite having a 12-year-old child? He did all sorts of despicable things but hid his true nature in front of me? I can't believe it. I never once got that feeling in the year that I was with Jason.
I can't even begin to count how many settlement agreements there were with the victims I had to deal with while raising that monster. And with the settlement money I gave them, I could probably buy a building somewhere. I will send you a copy of my grandson and that scumbag's DNA test results. Anna, it's up to you to decide.
Sarah, thank you. I'm really grateful for you saving me from jumping into the fire pit.
Please, don't thank me. I just couldn't sleep well with the thought of another victim trapped in this pit.
You saved my life from becoming a total mess. I used to think that you hated me for no reason. I resented you. But now my heart aches to know that you said those harsh words to me for my own good. I appreciate you for living your life with honesty and a warm heart, even though you went through unimaginable hardships. Thank you for having the courage to reveal everything to me. Now it seems like it's my turn to help you, Sarah. Please trust me and follow my lead.
What does that mean? You'll help me. What are you trying to do?
Please pack your things and come out of your current home right away. Once you leave that place, I'll take care of the rest. Now please excuse me. I have to go now as I have some things to take care of.
Take care of? What's your plan, Anna? You have to tell me.
Just do as I say. I don't have time. Don't worry, Sarah. See you soon.
Anna! What do you mean? Anna!
I thought Sarah hated me and said such terrible things to me, so after the wedding I was planning to resent and avoid such a mother-in-law. But I didn't know there was such a big twist behind it. I never knew Jason was such a demon and monster. I could try to understand him impregnating other girls when he was in high school. Nothing like that happened to my friends, but let's just say I can understand. But who in the world would keep that from his fiancée until the wedding day? There's no room for me to understand that action. What he did was deliberate and planned. I cannot believe I almost fell for this. Well, I guess I am the naive type, like Sarah said. If it weren't for her, my life would have been finished. The sense of justice ignited in me that I should rescue my mother-in-law who'd lived in suffering and agony for a lifetime. So in my dress, I quickly left the wedding hall and ran to the promised subway station. It was lucky that I couldn't file the marriage report due to being too busy. If I had, everything could have been messed up. Thanks to my mother-in-law, I was able to escape right before I set foot into the gates of hell. Well, since I'm not married, I guess I couldn't call her my mother-in-law, but I don't mind. Even if Jason will never be my husband, Sarah has done more than any mother-in-law could ever do for me. I will forever be in her debt.
Anna, where are you? Why aren't you in the bride's waiting room? Why aren't you answering the phone? Do you know how many times I've called you? Someone saw you running outside like crazy in your dress. What the hell is going on? Where did you run off to? You're not backing out of marrying me, are you? Did you leave something at your house?
No, what you said is exactly right. I'm backing out. I'm not marrying you. It's not that I won't, I can't now. I almost ruined my life myself marrying you. It's not like I got shot in the head or something. Why would I marry a monster like you?
Honey, what are you saying?
Don't call me honey. Don't pretend like you don't know, you human trash.
I don't know who you were talking to or why you're saying this to me, but it's all a misunderstanding. There's not a single bit of truth in it. I can swear. I'm not that kind of jerk that you're thinking of. Please, trust me. You've been dating me for a year and you still don't know what kind of person I am? I helped you every time you were in trouble. I was always there for you when you were in need. I always put you before me or anyone else. You are my everything, Anna. You know that.
Right, you did treat me like that. And that surprises me, Jason. How did you keep up with that act for a whole year? I hate myself for not realizing all this time we've been seeing each other. The fact that I was completely clueless about all the garbage you've been up to in your life disgusts me. You've managed to hide it all from me without letting a whiff of your rotten smell slip out. I must say, your exceptional acting skills are impressive. Why don't you become a movie actor instead of being a worthless son who lives off his old mother's hard work? If you'd played a cruel, despicable, and heinous character, you would have made it big time.
Are you done talking now?
No, I'm not done. I know you've been acting all along just to find a person to latch on. Now I'm done talking. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, I admit it. I'm a worthless, good-for-nothing jerk. Everything I told you was a lie. Even the part about graduating from college and working at a small electronic appliances company. I'm a real piece of trash that it's even hard to find the truth in my own words. I admit that. It's true that I tried to latch onto you and live off of you through your clothing store business, and I can't deny that I dreamed of a life-changing event through marriage. But so what? What's wrong with that? Why can't I wish for a little miracle in my own life?
Jesus Christ, what? You wanted a little miracle in your life? What the hell is this? Are you for real? You don't even try to hide it now. How can someone think like that?
Is there a law that says once you're garbage, you have to stay garbage forever? Am I not allowed to live like a human being like everyone else? Was it wrong of me to aspire for something like you, who grew up like a beautiful flower in a good environment, when I was like a poisonous mushroom growing in the dark? I wanted to live properly too. I liked you because you were bright, lively, strong, and competent. If only you were by my side, I would have reformed and lived the rest of my life as a proper human being, serving and helping those in need to atone for my past wrongdoings. I know I'm not worthy of being your partner, but if fate allowed, I wanted to become a kind and reliable husband. But are you really gonna abandon me like this? You're my only chance, only hope, and you're just taking that away from me?
Will you shut your mouth already? I can't stand it anymore. I don't even understand why I'm doing all this over a text message with you. And why do you keep trying to guilt trip me? You say you were all about fixing yourself and repenting, right? You freaking liar. Then why have you never told me about your 12-year-old child? Were you planning to remove the child from your life to make your life easier? Would that have helped you repent and become a better person?
What? How did you know the kid? Who told you that? Did my mother tell you?
Is that important right now? You were trying to lie to me until the end. But what, you've repented? If God hears this, you'll be going to hell without judgment. Is it even normal to impregnate a female student in high school? Is it? Okay, let's say it's possible, but you didn't tell me until today, or wedding day. What else are you hiding from me? Do you have anything else to say?
I really wanted to tell you about it. I'm sorry. I just missed the timing to tell you. Besides, I tried to solve that problem before we got married.
Now your child is your problem, Jason? You are truly a trashy human being. And you're still lying to me even at this moment.
What lie? I'm not hiding anything from you now. I'm really honest with you.
I listened to the recording of the conversation you had with the same jerk friend of yours early this morning.
What? A recorded conversation? Wait a minute. Oh, don't tell me. My mom recorded my phone call and sent it to you. Really? My mom did that?
You joined a cycling club because you needed a person to leech on. Most people who ride bikes have a lot of money, and you forcibly took money from your old mother who cleaned apartments to buy a bike. Then you met me, who runs a business in the club, and you lied to me relentlessly trying to seduce me. You said you'd pretend to be a good person until we got married, and then everything would be smooth sailing from there. That's what you told your friend, laughing maliciously on the phone, didn't you? Is that not right? If I said something wrong, tell me. Are you going to keep lying until now?
What the hell? You crazy piece of crap. Is that why you ran away today?
Now you're showing your true colors.
That crazy old woman ruined my life. If I were my mom, I would just stay put and help me. If I just had the wedding and marriage registration with you, everything in my life would have gone well. Damn it, I'll never let that hag go. She'll have to answer for me for all this crap that happened today.
What can you do if she doesn't stay put? Would you kill her? Is that your plan? I'm not surprised if it really is. Sarah is not going back to her house. She'd be crazy to go back there, don't you think? With you trying to get your hands on her, she would never go back. I will make it my mission and help Sarah to divorce your dad so that she can live comfortably. If you have any thoughts of threatening Sarah again or causing her emotional harm, it would be better for you to give it up altogether. I will report you to the police immediately if you engage in any more thuggish behavior, so keep that in mind.
What am I supposed to do then? I've been living off that money from the hag, so what am I supposed to do without it? I don't have a job or anything. If you suddenly do this to me, I'll really die. Oh, please, don't take my mom away from me, please. At least give me some time to talk to her and sort things out. I just need a little bit of money.
You pathetic jerk. Go sell that expensive bike you bought to join the club, you stupid retard. Sarah is a real savior to me. She helped me avoid ruining my life and suffering mentally by getting involved with someone like you. I will make sure that Sarah can have a decent life from now on if that's the last thing I do. I felt dirty when I was with you, and I feel relieved now that we're over. I've also avoided trash like you, so my future looks bright. Don't interfere with my life again. I'm too good for someone like you. After all that, I blocked that jerk. But Jason didn't give up and came to my shop office to cause trouble. I think he visited almost every day to make me talk to him. He'd yell in front of the building, throwing small pebbles at the window. Sometimes he'd act like an Uber driver, saying that he brought the food we ordered. The pathetic idiot thinks that I would fall for that kind of trap. That one time, he took things too far and blasted fireworks at my company's window. The window shattered and nearly hurt Sarah and other employees as well. So I told him that I will report him to the police and applied for an injunction against him for obstructing my business, and he got scared and backed off. He must have been in a precarious position since he had a lot of debts, so the police would have been the scariest thing in the world for him. Meanwhile, thankfully, Sarah packed her bags and came to the subway station on my wedding day as I'd asked. And now she's helping me with simple cleaning, organizing, and packing at my shop office. Since my company was already short on staff, the diligent and warm-hearted Sarah is a big help. Sarah is very happy to be working at a shopping mall for the first time in her life because she'd always done dishes and building cleaning. Recently, Sarah's been learning how to use a computer little by little, and I believe that someday she will be a great help to my shop. I'm grateful and touched by Sarah's efforts to learn and help me in any way she can. When I see her sincerely enjoying herself as the happiest time in her life, it gives me strength too. I hope she stays healthy for a long time and works with me happily. Oh, and based on a diary and some recorded files documenting her abusive husband, Sarah filed for divorce and received a property settlement and alimony. Justice still exists in this world, I suppose. I just hope Jason faces some form of justice. I can't forget her smile, and when she told me that she feels like flying and soaring into the sky, I'm so happy for her. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Naomi, how long do you intend to make me wait? What are you doing? Pick me up already.
Please don't call me multiple times in a row, Mom. I'm on the train, so I can't pick it up right now. Just hold on. Look, if it's important, can we talk over WhatsApp?
You went outside and you won't even pick up your phone. All when your sister's having an emergency. Shame on you.
What? Did something happen?
May got involved with an accident.
Again? Don't tell me she's making this a habit.
She was apparently out with her boyfriend and then a car came flying out of nowhere. None of her injuries were life-threatening, fortunately. But they're severe enough that the doctors are saying she might never walk again. It's awful.
Yikes. Sounds like it's been quite the calamity.
It has been. Your one and only little sister got into an accident and is a paraplegic now. As her family, I thought that you should know that, so I had to get in contact with you.
I see. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad that she's alive above all else, but it seems like things will only get more chaotic from here on out. She'll need a caretaker, and there will be hospital bills to pay, and then she'll probably need physical therapy on top of that, and regular doctor's appointments. Phew, sounds like a lot. I don't envy you.
Why are you saying that like it's not going to be your problem?
What?
Don't act like you don't know. You're going to become her full-time caretaker.
Excuse me? Why should I have to? I've already moved out. Why don't you do it since you two live together anyway?
So, all you need to do is move back in. You're her sister, so isn't it a given that you should become her caretaker? You're a good-for-nothing daughter who hasn't accomplished anything compared to my beloved May. You should at least try to make yourself useful for once.
I'm telling you, it's not happening. I have my job and I don't have the means or time to support another person. Besides, weren't you the one who kicked me out of the house the second I graduated from high school with no support?
Oh, please. I doubt whatever job you got as a useless high school graduate is worth anything. No one will care if you quit, I'm sure. Don't make excuses. You have my permission to come home, so you better be her caretaker. We're family, aren't we? Family should help one another when they're in need. Unless you mean to say you're too selfish to care.
Do you forget who you're talking to? Growing up, you constantly compared me to May and looked down on me. I was also your daughter, you know. Yet it's only when it's convenient to you that you call us all a family. It doesn't work like that. You love May so much. She's the most precious thing to you in the whole wide world. I'm sure you shouldn't mind taking care of her at least. Or are you just all talk and no show? You don't even work anymore.
What is that attitude? Is that any way to talk to your mother? Have you forgotten who birthed and raised you? Who do you think you are? Your face is ugly and unpleasant to look at, and you won't even show kindness to your mother. What good are you for?
I am grateful to you for raising me, but it's also thanks to you that I've had to endure plenty of painful hardships. I still carry all the emotional baggage you gave me. And I'm fed up with you comparing me to May.
Indeed. Little May is so obedient and cute. She's such an agreeable little girl, so different from the likes of a sour old contrarian like you. When you're both my daughters, isn't it obvious that I should compare you two? Why couldn't you have turned out more like her?
I'm telling you that I hate you doing that. You're the one who should stop making excuses. After being compared to someone else your whole life, anyone would get a little sour.
See, there. Can't you just say, yes, mother, every once in a while instead of talking back to me all the time?
I can't agree with you, so I can't not talk back. I won't sit here and take whatever you're dishing out to me. I moved out years ago and I've been living on my own now. Please respect that and leave me alone.
Oh, so that's how it's going to be, is it? You're disobeying your mother once again. That's it. I'm coming over there. I'll drag you over here even if I have to force you. You better prepare yourself because I'm not taking no for an answer.
Right now? What are you talking about? Mom? My name is Naomi. I'm 25 years old. Pretty much as soon as I graduated high school, I entered the workforce and now I'm living an independent life from my parents. Not that I had much of a choice. I was kicked out. My dad divorced my mom when I was still little, and I more or less have little to no contact with him. I don't really know what he's doing these days, and I'm sure he doesn't know much about me either. It's sad, but it is what it is. As a result, my mom raised my sister and me completely on her own. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. It's not easy being a single mother, but I could have went without hearing my mom constantly fawning over my little sister, to where she'd compare us and insult me for not living up to her standards. Me can do just about anything. You, though, you can't. How disappointing. Oh, even now while I'm living on my own, she still sends me unpleasant messages like that through WhatsApp. With how much my mom spoiled her, my sister has turned into a bit of a condescending brat who's too full of herself. As expected, I guess. To think she'd wind up in an accident that'd paralyze her from the waist down. I mean, I am relieved to hear she was okay. I'm not completely indifferent to her, but my mom just seems so determined to use me.
Naomi, you're in there, aren't you? Get out here this instant.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I told you I was coming over, didn't I? Did you think that was a joke? Get out of the house before I make you. I've been ringing your doorbell and pounding on the door nonstop, but you won't come out. You're pretending to be out so you have an excuse, aren't you? I can see right through you. Well, sorry for you, but I'm not falling for it.
Wait a second. You're in front of my house? God, I thought you were kidding. I didn't tell you my address, so you went ahead and looked into it yourself? Are you crazy? I can't believe you'd do that.
Me? Crazy? I'd say the daughter who won't tell her mother her address is the crazy one. You keep it hidden so it was hard to find.
Why would you go that far? I don't understand at all. Are you a stalker? Because that's something a stalker would do.
Who cares about that? Open the door. It's cold out here. You'd leave your poor elderly mother to freeze to death?
I told you already. I am not home. I can't open the door when I'm not there now, can I? And even if I were, I wouldn't let you inside. Just go home already.
Stop lying. I know it's because you don't want to take care of your little sister when she's in dire need. If you won't come out, I'll break the lock and let myself in. I'm warning you. If you don't want that to happen, then let me in.
I am not lying. I literally said a few hours ago that I was in the train. That was the whole reason I couldn't pick up the phone. And if you break the lock, I'll sue you for breaking and entering.
So, where exactly are you lazily idling about then? You surely couldn't be out there for that long on your own. What are you even doing? Grocery shopping? Zoning out in the park? And we're family. It's no big deal. And then afterwards, you can simply have that lock repaired.
No, it is a big deal to me. Even if you were my mom, you're gonna cause a huge mess if you break into my house, and it'll be a pain to get all sorted out. Family bonds don't magically make that go away.
How rude of you to speak to me like that. My darling May would never. What a pathetic older sister you are. Why won't you follow May's example and be a good girl? She wouldn't complain one bit.
What, and become like that? No, thank you. And I think anyone would find that a pain in the butt. Getting a lock repaired isn't cheap, and who knows what else you'd do.
Whatever, fine. If you're going to pretend to be out, then I'll camp out on your front porch until you come home. You won't get rid of me that easily. You were taking too long, so I broke the lock and got in the house. What a strange room you have. Did your tastes change or something? I didn't know you were into this kind of stuff. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm glad to learn about this side of you.
What are you talking about? I just got home and I don't see you anywhere.
Huh? That can't be right. I don't see any signs that someone came home. It's only me in here.
The lock isn't broken either, thank God. But Mom, where the hell are you?
Why, I'm at your house. Don't you live in an apartment in the city, room 209?
Huh? I think you're talking about one of the places I used to live. I don't live there anymore.
Wait, what?
See, it's been about 2 years since I moved out of there. Now I'm living somewhere else. You must have gotten some bad info.
Why didn't you say anything? I didn't know.
I mean, I never told you my address to begin with. You made your own assumptions.
I remember hearing you were going to be living in a company dormitory, so I asked around your friends to find out where you live.
Yeesh. You chased me out to begin with. Why are you so desperate to know where I live now? Why would you care?
That's because it's natural for a parent to know where her child lives.
Uh-huh. Yet you're only concerned about that now when you want to use me. At any rate, I don't know who told you that, but that info is definitely outdated. I don't live there anymore and haven't for a long time.
But there's furniture and all kinds of stuff laying around. Somebody has to be living here. You're not lying to me, are you?
God, are you an idiot? It's a company dormitory. Obviously, they're going to have someone else move in after me.
Ah, I guess so. Oh, no.
Well, granted, I work at the company headquarters, so now I don't know much about what goes on with those dorms these days. I just assumed they wouldn't leave it empty for long.
No way. A high school graduate like you works at the HQ?
Why are you surprised? Nowadays, employers don't care if you're a high school graduate as long as you put in the work. Besides, I've been working here for 7 years. It's not strange for me to get a couple of promotions. If anything, it's strange if I don't.
I can't believe it. Even May doesn't work in a place like that.
Bring up May again, why don't you? Typical. I hate to break it to you, but don't you have more pressing matters at hand right now? If you stay there, you'll be in big trouble. That's a stranger's house.
You're right. I have to get out of here. At this rate, I'm going to look like a criminal.
You won't look like one, you are one.
Oh, what does it matter? Tell me your address now. I'm heading over there straight away.
No way! I don't want you here. And I don't want to tell my address to someone who'd be so cruel as to throw me out of the house the second I graduated high school.
Why, you won't listen to what your mother says? There must be a limit to how pathetic and worthless you are. Yet it seems we haven't hit rock bottom yet. We're family, so you better tell me.
I have a different family.
What?
Yeah, I married a while ago and have a kid now.
Excuse me? I didn't hear anything about that.
I did tell you in May before I got married. Not that you believe me. You two never disappoint.
Oh, now that you mention it, I do remember something like that.
You both laughed at me. What a bunch of nonsense. Dream on, etc.
I had no idea you were telling the truth. If it was true, you should have been more serious about it, then I would have believed you.
How exactly do you think I should have told you then? Because I did tell you several times, but you wouldn't believe me, so I gave up and had the wedding without inviting either of you.
That means that none of your family members were there? You must have looked absolutely miserable in front of all those people.
Well, it was a small ceremony where we only invited close relatives to begin with. And my husband's parents knew about my situation and gave their approval for the wedding. They treated me like I was their daughter and took good care of me. They're such wonderful people.
Why are you saying it like that? You're making us look like the bad guys.
But it's the truth, isn't it? You aren't wonderful like them. You wouldn't listen to a word I said.
Why would I? You're worthless and ugly, yet somehow you found someone willing to marry you before my maid did. Who would believe that? They'd think it's just some sick joke.
Right. I'm well aware of how much you hate me. No need to remind me. You know, I'm fed up with it.
That's not it. I don't hate you.
Sure you don't. At any rate, I don't want you to barge in and bother the two most important people in my life. I will not be telling you our address, and that's final.
You have to.
Why? You adored my little sister for so long. Go on and care for her. She's a precious member of your family, isn't she?
But so are you.
Wrong. My family consists only of my husband and my child. You and May treat me like I'm worthless garbage. I don't want to consider people like that my family.
I understand. I'll treat you kindly with lots of love from now on, so please tell me.
You're too late. I've had it with you.
Naomi?
This is a good opportunity, so I'll make this clear right now. I'm cutting ties with you.
What? You can't. Are you saying you're going to abandon me?
Yep, just like you abandoned me. You can take care of your one and only daughter. All by yourself.
I can't do it on my own. I'm old and even May doesn't want me to. She said if I take care of her, it means I'll see her when she's bathing and when she's going to the toilet, and she doesn't want that. She's been making that very clear.
Why don't you tell her not to be selfish for once? Suck it up, Buttercup.
I can't. I feel so bad for her. Even her own boyfriend won't look after her. He runs away. You're the only one I can rely on. Please, Naomi, you have to.
I don't care. How about you hire a personal caretaker then? Don't use me just because I'm convenient.
We don't have that kind of money. Hey, I think I hear police sirens. Don't tell me they're coming over here.
I mean, you've been remaining at the scene of the crime after you broke the lock? I don't know why you thought that was a smart idea, but what do I know? I think the neighbors probably reported it to the police.
What? Then at this rate, I'm going to be arrested. I haven't done anything worth reporting to the cops.
Breaking and entering?
What?
You broke the lock to a stranger's house, didn't you? And then you entered their place of residence? That's breaking and entering. That's a crime.
I didn't intend to do that, though. No, I don't want to be arrested. Help me, Naomi.
The law doesn't care if you didn't intend to. That's why manslaughter as a crime exists. You got yourself in this mess.
I can't believe you. We're your real family. We're connected by blood. You can't erase our bonds that easily.
I told you before, but I'll say it again. I am cutting ties with you and my sister. We're strangers now. I have no obligation to help you. My condolences for your loss.
Don't leave me, Naomi. Please, respond. This is too much. Don't do this to me. Naomi.
As predicted, my mother was found by the police who came rushing in. She struggled as they were apprehending her, screaming, "I didn't do anything wrong." Unfortunately for her, she injured one of the officers. They added that to the list of crimes she'd committed, and she was dragged away. As someone who was family only on paper, they contacted me to inform me about the arrest, but I told them I had nothing to do with her anymore. My mother was charged with the destruction of property, along with breaking and entering. She didn't wind up behind bars, but she has a criminal record now. The rumors spread around her neighborhood like wildfire. She had no choice but to endure it all on her own, considering she doesn't even have the money for a caretaker. As it stands, she's taking care of me alone. All my life, she belittled and insulted me, but all of a sudden, she was acting like she had a change of heart. I wasn't falling for it, though. If she'd really wanted to make amends with me, she wouldn't have waited this long. She sent me messages like, "Please, Naomi, you're all I have." And I was even getting messages from May, which was a surprise. "I don't want my mom to be taking care of me. She's a criminal." Pity. They must really be desperate, huh? So of course, like any sane person, I ignored both of their messages and blocked them immediately. As such, I don't know what they're up to now, and I don't want to. Now that I cut off the toxic people in my life, I can put all my focus into my loving family. Every day is a blessing with them, and I feel nothing but gratitude for the time we get to spend together. And I hope I can give them all the love they deserve. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.